Welcome back to my presentation. My name is Timotokwe Yunisucheji and I will be discussing insecure direct object references, otherwise known as IDOR. IDOR is a common and dangerous web vulnerability that allows attackers to bypass authorization and access resources they shouldn't. We'll look at what IDOR is, why it matters, and by the way, and how it has real world consequences. We will talk about the threat and how to guard it. The first thing we will do is understand what these direct object references are. These are like links or pointers in applications to internal resources, such as a database record IDs or file paths. For example, when you visit, let's say user/123, that 123 is a direct object reference, referencing user ID 123 in the database. Developers use this pattern for simplicity and speed, but if these references aren't secured properly, it opens a door to security risks. We will talk about the insecure part, the part that is being exploited. What makes direct object reference insecure? It's all about the missing authorization checks. For example, if an application, a web application, doesn't verify whether the user is allowed to access an object, an attacker can manipulate the reference by changing user/ID to user/account. A common example of this tweaking is tweaking the order ID to view another customer's transaction. This form of parameter tampering is straightforward, devastating if left unguarded. Now we will talk about some real world examples of insecure direct object references. The first example we have today is Company X data breach. Company X suffered a breach where attackers exploited an IDOR vulnerability in a profile update endpoint. Over 50,000 users' private information, that's including their names, their credit card data, was exposed. We have in another case, researchers discovered an IDOR on a platform Y that allowed attackers to hijack accounts by manipulating other numbers, eventually resetting passwords. And this example shows why IDOR consistently appears in the top 10 vulnerabilities. Now, how can we prevent and mitigate IDOR attacks? Thankfully, it's possible to prevent such. The first is always to validate whether the user has access to the object they are requesting. This means checking authorization, not just authentication. Second, we can use indirect object references. For example, replacing the raw IDs with random tokens that are mapped internally, and this obscures sensitive data from user inputs. Also, we have secure coding guidelines, that's OWASP recommendations. We can conduct and regular audits to catch any vulnerabilities before a hacker does. This layered defense is a key. In conclusion, IDOR vulnerabilities arise when applications fails to enforce proper access control. They are simple to exploit but can lead to massive data breaches. The solution lies in building secure applications from the ground up, validating access, avoiding direct exposure of sensitive IDs, and continuously testing for security gaps. Thank you and stay vigilant.